好热呀！开空调。Hello，有没有想听歌的？一点可以。既然没有人，那我们就学一会儿习。哇塞！学会儿习吧。Stomach.
Stomach.
I have an upset stomach.
Confront.
Confront.
Teenager.
Teenager.
Employment.
Employment.
She was unable to find employment.
Pure. Narrator. Crop. 庄稼。Ingredient.要买。喝口水。Juice. I think it's blood orange juice. It contains vitamin C. Yes. Ingredient. Via. Wooden. Confront. 面临。Stomach. Teenage. Employment. Install. Jet. Reputation. Superfans. Historia. Historic building. Concert. Origin. Accompany. Flag. Absence. Install. Insure.
They are installing a new camera at the intersection.
You can be my super. Install. Jet. 喷气式飞机。Jet. Reputation. Historian. Historic. Accompany. I think I should learn. Historian. 'Language' with all its words and verbs, and they also seemed and confusing, right? For example, we have the word "allow", which is a verb, and then "will", this is another verb, which is permit. And you understand that they have the same meaning, right? Then you start learning about the difference between allow and permit. Oh, you say, that's clear now? So now it's allow, and let's let,
which
and
has the same meaning.
same meaning.
Now it's lao
Now
and then
is la.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? Let's see. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
This is Maddie from Piece of Cake English. And in this lesson, we were going to learn the difference between loud parameter and the let. So let's start with the first two, allow and permit. Well, they're basically the same thing. They have the same meaning, and they also
have the same meaning.
They are different. Studio. I'm a student.
Present salivate.
Students from class 2026.
Transfer students and Eli Whitney students and visiting international students. Welcome to
Welcome to Yale. Yeah.
And family members and friends.
In my role as Dean of Yale College, I extend my warm welcome to you as well, along with gratitude for everything you have done in supporting and guiding these young adults. This opening assemblies is one of my formal events of the academic year because it introduces us to each other just as you, our new students, have begun introducing yourself to your classmates.
Introducing yourselves to your classmates. And I also think of it less formally as the beginning of a conversation with your peers and instructors
that will go on for many years to come. You will find the greater fellowship here, and also you will find the great pleasure of learning at the beginning of his analysis, the Chinese philosophy. Confucius provides words that are as relevant today as they were 2,500 years ago. Here he
Chinese philosopher Confucius provides words that are as relevant today as they were 2,500 years ago. Here he is, as though addressing you now. Is it not a pleasure to learn, and when it is timely, to practice what you have learned?
You have learned.
Is it not a joy
to
have
friends come from afar?
And I'm delighted to
And
welcome you,
I delight
our new
to
students,
welcome you,
who come from
our new
near or
students
far,
who
to
come
experience
from near
the pleasure of
or
learning
far
together.
to experience
Yale
the
Professor Han
pleasure.
Ping Chin emphasizes that the
Emphasize
purpose of learning for Confucius consists in the opportunity to develop our moral and aesthetic sensibilities, to fulfill our humanity, and to do so with humility. In a parallel with Socrates, who lived about a century later, we know most of what Confucius taught through conversations that he had and accounts of his disciples. In fact, his book, The Analects, is known in Chinese as Lun Yu, which means conversations or dialogues. And like these ancient thinkers, the community that you are now joining is one that learns through dialogue. Thoughtful conversation can allow each of us to develop our own sensibilities and to fulfill our humanity. The Yale College community has a long history shaped by the many generations of students who have come before you, and this week, more than 1,500 of you have come to New Haven from all over the world. No single racial or ethnic group makes up a majority in this very diverse student body. Almost a fifth of you will be in the first generation in your families to graduate from a four-year college. Approximately a fifth of you have received Pell Grants for lower-income students. 128 applied through the Westbridge program. 47 were admitted through the transfer and Eli Whitney Students program. 13 of you are U.S. military veterans, and 21 of you began your college education at a community college. Hear, hear. And together you represent 51 states and territories of the United States and more than 50 countries. Amidst this great diversity, you also share much in common. You are promising students with wide horizons and an excitement about learning. Now, when you hear me talk about horizons, I should say that when I wrote the speech, I was expecting good weather, so I'm hoping that the horizon will hold for at least a little bit longer. Together, you've come to Yale to pursue a broad liberal education, and you will find one here in both formal and informal settings. Here we stand in front of Sterling Memorial Library, the heart of campus, which holds over 2 million books in all fields of knowledge. And I will say to you all, undergraduates, as well underneath you is the cross-campus library, which is a great place to study. Do go up into the stacks of Sterling, even if you're not going to take out it.
A newly discovered medieval document has revealed the authenticity of the Shroud of Turin.
Authenticity.
14-foot
40-foot linen cloth.
Many believe wrapped the crucified body of Jesus.
Crucified body. Jesus was being called
into question perhaps as early as 1355. The text, analyzed in the Journal of Medieval History, has been dated to between 1355 and 1382, but most likely was penned after 1370, say researchers. It reveals that respected Norman theologian Nicole Oresme, who would become the Bishop of Lisieux of France, dismissed the shroud as a clear and patent fake. The result,
deception by clergymen. His writings are considered the oldest written rejection of the relic, predates the previous earliest document criticism
by
by
the Bishop of Troyes, Pierre d'Arcy, in 1389.
in 1389.
His
His
writings,
writing
considered the oldest written
oldest
rejection of the
written
relic,
rejection of the relic,
predate the
previous
previous
earliest
documented criticism
document
by the Bishop
by
of Troyes,
Bishop
Pierre d'Arcy, in
in
1389.
1389.
The bishop
Bishop
also
also
rejected the
rejected
shroud
as
as
a
a
fraud.
reported that a predecessor of his
His had done likewise in around the
Oresme's
documents found by renowned historian
and Beatrice de Laurenti
accuse
accuses clergy of
of
fabricating miracles
fabricating
to solicit offerings for their churches, citing the shroud displayed in Lille, France as an example. Nicole Oresme did not choose just any venerated object as an example of a fraud orchestrated by the clergy. Oresme chose the claim of the Champenoise Lille shrine to possess the shroud as a striking example of lies fabricated by the clergy, said paper author and historian Nicolas Sarzeau of the Université Catholique of Louvain in Belgium in a statement. What makes Oresme's writing stand out is his attempt to provide rational explanations for unexplained phenomena, rather than interpreting them as divine or demonic. The philosopher even rated witnesses according to factors such as their reliability, and also cautioned against rumor. She said, Sarzeau believes that Oresme learned of the Lille fraud while serving as a scholar and royal counselor in the 1350s. The shroud had been displayed in Lille until around 1355, when the Bishop of Troyes ordered its removal following investigations that revealed staged miracles and paid actors. It remained hidden for decades until Pope Clement VII allowed it to be displayed again, under the strict condition that it was to be shown as a representation of the original shroud and not the genuine article. The shroud was then formally announced as a fake
in a memorandum for Pope Clement in 1389. Bishop even asked to hold further displays of the shroud, referring to it as a manufactured cloth, artificially portrayed documented case of a forgotten relic in the Middle Ages, and one of the few examples of a cult denounced and stopped. Bearing thin imagery of a front with a neck, traditional depiction of Jesus, his crucifixion.
Long been subject to controversy, though many still believe in its authenticity. Previous radiocarbon dating places its origins at the end of the 13th or 14th century, and a 3D analysis recently published in the journal Archaeometry concluded the cloth had been wrapped around a sculpture rather than Jesus' body. Professor Andrea Nicolotti, a lead shroud expert and professor of history of Christianity and churches at the University of Turin, says that Oresme's document adds further historical evidence that even in the Middle Ages they knew that the shroud was not authentic. Oresme's opinion is very important because it comes from a person who was not personally involved in the dispute, and
前
事件，比如说乌克兰，前段时间那个有一个做乌克兰基辅直播的，在线几万人，那个就非常非常火。像这个频道，它全部都是每天在分享一个视频。
点开这边，大约。
算也符合这个当时的觉。
This is my first live stream. I think no one enter my studio. I feel really bad, but still have confidence a little. Oh no, why? Wow.
甲亢。
好听讲。
完我的实习，突然就剩下很多空闲时间。身边有来自天南地北10几个国家的同学，学的还是大家眼中很有意思的研究吃喝的学科。我但凡有点网感，拍点文化碰撞类的整活视频或者旅行 vlog，是完全有可能乘着城市迷兴起的东风，狠涨一波粉的。但可能我当时婴儿肥比较严重，皮肤也不太好，牙齿也乱糟糟的，没有校正，整个人没什么自信，不太敢把大脸放在镜头前，就完美的错过了这波自媒体热潮。到了18年后半年，我比较幸运的在毕业前拿到了 offer， 奉衔接留在欧洲工作，而且我还分手了。正在看视频的朋友，是不是想立刻把饭喂我嘴里，恨不得按头给我开个小红书账号，分享欧洲学姐教你如何 offer 拿到手软？我的欧洲同事居然人均引堂套，那个欧洲独自打拼的独体女性人设，这不得赚得盆满钵满？但很可惜，我又没接触这波泼天的富贵，我干了件我至今都无法理解的事。我选择在微博已经变成追星平台的时候，开始认真的经营微博，并且在我一个做内容运营的朋友好心提醒我早点进入短视频平台做短平快的内容变现的时候，我一副不听不听望不眼睛的姿态，心里还有点隐隐的瞧不上抖音和快手。结果肉眼可见，我又一次错过了小红书、抖音扶持素人博主的最后机会。公众号的流量也是日渐式微，无论发什么都也看了。到了21年，我终于开始发小红书了。刚开始也不懂发什么内容才可以涨粉，也不知道该挖掘自己身上哪些比较独特的点，专属记录生活，偶尔吐槽一下。没想到某次不经意间对欧洲生活的吐槽突然火了，1个月涨了1000粉，我一下膨胀了，开始疯狂发吐槽的内容。比较幸运的是，4年前整个舆论环境还算比较宽松，大家也更能接受各种观点的碰撞。我吐槽生活里的小事儿，偶尔发发探店、生活好物、旅行攻略这种利他性内容，也接了几个探店的置换广告。虽然没赚着钱，但也没亏着嘴。与此同时，我也注册了 B 站，偶尔发一些旅行 vlog。但是因为我平常要上班，下班以后真的累得跟孙子一样，没有办法，也没有毅力做到规律的更新。而且当时拍摄剪辑的水平也很有限，内容策划和标题也不够劲爆，换句话说就是没有网感，所以视频增长非常缓慢。其实疫情期间，老天爷也给我一波泼天流量。我但凡发一些欧洲人民如何看待疫情，独居女性在欧洲得新冠的自愈全过程，怎么样都能涨点粉。但我也是真的能做到一点热点都没蹭上。再往后的几年，整个网络舆论环境都在收紧，我再发一些 unpopular opinion 的时候，不仅不会涨粉，还会被追着骂。小红书、B 站也逐渐开始推明星账号和直播内容，再加上越来越多的朋友都开始做自媒体，竞争激烈程度堪比考研考公。我各个平台的涨粉速度就越来越惨不忍睹。去年发的这期视频里，也和大家毫无保留地分享过我全职博主1年的收入，真是闻者伤心，听者流泪。最绝的一个评论说我太有节操和道德感，注定赚不到下沉市场的钱。我都不知道他在夸我还是在骂我。OK， 说了这么多，收个尾吧。我今天的分享大家就当听个乐。虽说我在过去一次又一次的精准避开自媒体的风口，但新一年我还是会继续输出我认可的对大家有帮助的内容，有广告也都会做好筛选。